Right here, we are looking at a 2020 Honda Rebel 500, a simple bobber-style motorcycle that offers good looks, ease of riding, and an affordable price. These have a 471cc liquid-cooled parallel twin 4-stroke engine, and they produce about 34 kilowatts of power and about 43 newton meters. They weigh about 190 kg, and they can be found on the used market here in Australia for around $7,000 to $8,000. These are a very cool looking motorcycle, and for something that's inexpensive and user friendly, this could be a really good starting point for someone who's just learning or notching up to that intermediate level. These were launched back in 2017, and these bikes are still in production today. You also can get these in a smaller 300cc variant or a higher 1100cc variant. Again, these bikes are simple, they're customizable, they look very cool, and should be a huge amount of fun out on the road. We are currently in Thailand, we are in Phuket, so this review actually might be quite interesting for other reasons while we're on the road, but anyways, let's get this Honda Rebel fired up, get on her, and see how it actually rides. Now just quickly guys, we are out here at Custom Garage Rentals in Phuket, so we're just south of Patong. These guys have loaned us these bikes today to show you guys, and if you're ever on the island, you want to hire a big bike, check them out because they just got a treasure trove in the back here, tons of bikes to choose from. We'll leave a link for them in the description, so make sure you check them out. Yeah, massive thanks to those guys. Alrighty guys, we are on the 2020 Honda Rebel 500 here. This one is modified with the Diablo kit. And this is really like a more bobber style motorcycle, so a little bit more old school looking, just cruiser. This is probably the closest thing to the Harley Sportster 48 I wanted to review, which was currently booked out. And this is a much more traditional kind of bigger motorcycle seating position, so I feel much lower to the ground. I get my legs nice and spread out. My hands are, nice and stretched out. They're comfortable. Seat's very nice to sit on. Again, it's a 1 down, 5 up, so we got 6 gears in this. This one does have an aftermarket exhaust as well. I'm not sure if that's a part of this Diablo kit. It looks very striking in the black, I've got to say. And the bike weighs, I believe, about 190 kilos. So it's still not the biggest weight, but it feels like it's got a bit of plantedness to it. Reviewing the Duke out here, that thing was just, very light, and it felt like the rear end could really kind of let go at any moment. This, you feel like you're very planted on it, but you just want to ride nicely in this. You don't want to do anything stupidly in terms of speed. You can though, because I'm going to say this bike is not slow. It's definitely not. It will get up and boogie. Yeah, for out here, this thing is just fun. It feels stable. Again, the controls are easy to use. And you can just hear it. I love that about motorcycles. If any motorcycle is too quiet, I don't like it. This might not sound like a V2, 1200 Sportster, but it's still got a note, and I wouldn't say that it's bad, and considering the price point, these are significantly cheaper than you're going to say a Harley Sportster. It's not a bad bike, and I would say this is probably a really good entry level bike for somebody who wants something that's a little bit more casual, a little bit more cruiser. This is probably a really good starting point in the 500s. Good visibility, good seating position, easy to use the controls, and people can still hear you when you're coming up. We've got a couple of young kids there.
you don't want to go too fast by them, but give it a little bit of a, let them know that you're behind them. And just ease on the brake a bit, you know? Be ready to brake hard when you're around little kids like that, especially, guys. And again, you know, when we want to swing this bad boy around, it is a little bit more awkward because it's a bit longer and it's a bit lower to the ground, but you can still easily do a U-ey in this. And it's just fun. You know, this I gotta say, you know, sometimes I love my job. You know, guys, look, these reviews here in Thailand, I am on holiday, so they are definitely not up to scratch of how I would typically review a bike or a car. But, you know, I brought a small bag with my camera in it, and this is about as good as we're doing. So the fact that I could get out on these bikes while I'm here, just in itself, is a massive win. And a huge thanks again to the guys here at Custom Phuket Bike Rentals. Massive props to them. They're an awesome group of guys, and again, so many bikes to choose from. I could be here for a month, and you know, wouldn't be enough time to review all their bikes. So yeah, and the fact that reasonable prices, you know, these guys are good, definitely. Yeah, I love the bobber design too, guys. You know, I'm talking about the small tank. You know, it's a 10-liter tank. That's really why I wanted to do the Sportster Harley, the 48, because that's got an 8-liter tank, and you know, just has such an aggressive bobber look to it. I love it. And again, 1200cc, that bike. This one with 500cc, you know, 471, I think technically, but it's still an amount of bike, usable amount of power here, you know, especially in Thailand. But I would say even for Western society, guys, this would be enough bike. It's just probably for someone who's entry level or maybe just getting over their first baby bike. You know what I mean? So this is a beginner, early intermediate bike. It's a good bike. Some more ATV tourists again, man. Got the tuk-tuk in front of us. And again, even just taking these nice windy roads, this bike is just comfortable. You know, I really like the seating position. I would like a bike to be a little bit bigger, I would, but I mean, it's a bobber style at the end of the day, so I'm not the biggest guy, remember. I'm about 78 kilos, 5'11", and this bike probably fits me reasonably. I feel like I could get a bigger bike, but if you're a really heavy-set guy, tall guy, this probably will be a little bit small for you, but you wouldn't even consider the Duke, that's for sure. Now again, guys, if you're enjoying this type of content, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, hit the bell notifications. We are doing all sorts of reviews, as you guys can see from this video. Yeah, we're enjoying it. The channel's growing. We're having fun with it. And we listen to the people that comment. So leave us a comment, some suggestions. We'll always get back to you. And let's just listen to this Rebel 500 for a bit, yeah? again, this is really the beauty of, you know, being out in Thailand on a bike like this, just feeling that air, that jungle air hit you, and getting views like this. It's surreal. The beautiful mountain landscape around here, the ocean, the palm trees, the people, community. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, guys. If you're ever around here, make sure you visit it once in your life. Come see the boys and rent one of these bikes, because I'll tell you what, it's been a vibe today. We got one bike left to do, and I'm looking forward to it. Beautiful. So what can we say about this 2020 Honda Rebel 500? Well, look, again, for a beginner, for an early intermediate, I would say, this is a fantastic bike. It's comfortable, the seating position is nice, it's very easy to drive, gearing is easy, it feels fast enough, and yeah, if you like the sound, if you like the look of it, it's just a really cheap, fun bike. You know, it's pretty inexpensive, this thing, and yeah, there's not much to complain. I would like the sound to be a bit better, but I like the way it looks, I like the way it handles, I like the way it drives. It's a solid bike. It is definitely a solid bike. So we're going to finish the video off here today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you on that next one. Oh yeah.